We can't know until.
Well, it hasn't been us
Until it happens.
five in forever.
I have a good idea. Why don't we win every fucking HOH for the rest of the game and be done with it?
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about this.
Agree.
We've only got a 50-50 chance next week. It's me, Eric, and Amber versus Danielle.
But we don't have it. This is what I think. I don't think it needs to be a scenario that if Zach or Jen win, that two of us definitely are going up. I think we could at least pull a 1-1, in which case we have the votes anyway, or
Really,
possibly.
smart enough to figure that out.
The thing is, though, they might think their best bet is to get in with us. That if we're in control, they'd rather run with the front runners than whatever. They might not think that the three of them versus the five of us is their best shot, because that doesn't sound like such a great idea for them anyway. I think that what they'll really do is not try and join us and not try and oppose us. They'll look out for each other's best interests because they'll have no choice, but they'll try and make us go after each other so that we'll fight right over their heads, and they'll just be under the radar, sitting there to pick up the pieces.
I think that they're gonna actually keep things the same, and they're gonna try and pull one of us, and then put two of us up, and then
Pull one of us from where?
pull one person. All it takes is for one person 1 week. It just needs to happen for 1 week, and say just for this week, go our way, and then the group is done.
Well, the game would be because next week 3 votes send someone home.
Loyal to each other.
I agree.
I agree. I agree.
Well,
but I believe 100% that is the tactic over anything else, because they already know they're not. It's the numbers.
Yeah,
they already know
that we have control over the numbers and the votes.
So it's not like they're coming at all of us. It'll just be 1, maybe 2, and then see what happens from there. Of course, I mean, we all know that that's not going to happen, but I'm just saying that is, I think, a stronger possibility than any other scenario.
Well, before Dick and Danielle even did had that conversation, that as of the following week, we would have the votes to do.
Oh yeah.
Even if it's 2 of us, to control which one of us is and which one of us isn't.
It was personal.
That was before it was personal.
It was very personal.
But now the way I see it is, nothing's changed. We've still done well by each other, and with each passing week, we have the votes. If next week, 3 votes, it's over. It's not even a tie.
Very personal.
Dick.
Well, see, that's what broke up this group, was the fact that Nick and then Eric, and it was all Eric's fault, and that's what broke up the group, because of the personal, stuff.
And then it was all Dustin's fault for lying.
Think about it. If it were, let's say, for any example, let's say that it was Kale, and Kale was the alleged Eric. They could care less about Kale. They would probably still keep Kale in the game, even knowing what they did know with all the accusations and all this other bullcrap.
Will any of you be personally offended if we target any of Zach, Jen, or Danielle? Because I won't. So there's nothing to fragment us then. Whoever goes home goes home. I could care less.
Yeah, I agree.
The only thing that we have to keep in mind is, if they put 2 of us up, great. That means that 2 of us have more of a chance for POV. The more of us that play POV, the more of us that will take another person off, and in hopes that one of the other 2 will go up.
And we can,
The ideal scenario, if 2 of us go up, is for actually a third of us to win and use it on one of the people, not for one of the people who's up to use it on themselves. Because then we're actually protecting more people that way. If one person uses it on themselves, you protect one person. Say if Dustin and I are up and you were the win and you used it on Dustin, then both of you are protected. So the idea is to kill off as many people you can protect as possible. And then
because if it's you and me left, and then there's if it was Danielle to win, then why not put up Jen? Why not put up Jen, because she's better?
Because we won't have that control.
I know.
If it goes that way. If we're up, then something happened with the control.
The way I see it. You see the way
we can save. I can vow to, hey, I'll use it on you, Jess, but of course then we know Amber's going to go up as a replacement, or Dust, or whatever.
They only get one, even if this happens. Of course we want to avoid it at all costs, but even if this happens, they only get 1. It doesn't. They can't take out 5 people in 1 week or whatever. In the absolute worst case scenario, they take 1. They have 2 people who can play the following week. We still have 4 people. Not that I ever want that to be the scenario, but it's not game over if that happens, for whoever continues to stay. But what I am suggesting is they're trying something. I don't believe we should believe them or take their words at face value. But if Zach and
I
Jen
think
want
they're
to
just
try to
trying
get
break
in
this
with us,
group up. I think not break it up in terms of. I think they're trying. I think they all agreed that if any of us get HOH, we're putting 2 from the group up. That's why Jen doesn't want it. Because she doesn't want to do that, and that's why Zach's iffy about getting HOH next week.
Well, you
Danielle's
guys-
gunning for it because Danielle wants to break this group up because
Danielle's-
she lost her last her 2 closest
So why don't we
allies
just
in the last
divide
Yeah,
it?
I chopped off her right and her left leg.
why don't we just have Jess go talk to Zach? Why don't we have me or Dustin go talk to Jen and see to it that this doesn't happen?
But then we're looking at what just happened, and that's still fresh from last week. HOH giving a word, you're safe, and then next thing you know, they're out. So
Yeah.
that's still fresh, too. I think it's a great idea. I say, yeah, definitely, let's try it. But at the same time, we can't really trust that either. Because
Well, Jen keeps
last
saying
week
to
was
me,
so
she
fresh.
said to me a million
Honestly,
times about.
I would work Jess and I to work Zach and work you two to work Jen.
He's been rude to you. I think.
Oh no,
he needs
it
to
doesn't
stay
matter
out
if
of
he's been rude to me. I mean,
Okay.
our strategic relationship is much different than our personal relationship, and that's something that we have both established weeks before.
Okay.
Yeah, from when I was on the block.
Okay.
I think
you need to work Jen.
I don't
you
think
can.
Jen. I don't think Jen is going to come after us. I
I
really
don't think she is either.
I think she'd put up Zach and one of us, and then
Which
Zach will
is
go
fine.
home.
I would take that over.
Well, here's what's going to happen if Jen. I mean, just in the event that Jen wins head of household, Jen will take.
Better than Zach and Danielle winning it. Fuck.
Jen will take suggestions. Jen will take suggestions
Yeah,
from
she
each
does.
person. So what we would have to do is we would have to decide on one of us who would go up and decide on one of them who would go up. And we would all collectively have to say, well, I don't know, if I were you, I'd put up, say Jessica and, so-and-so.
Danielle or something.
Jessica and Danielle.
They're,
Why Jessica
they're
and
the
Danielle?
two
They
girls
ran-
in the
they-
house.
Are you
they
saying
were at
behind
odds with
Jess's back, or are you
No,
saying
with her
collectively
knowledge,
as a group?
saying like, they are 2 fierce competitors. They went at it last week, blah, 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 blah. Make them fight it out. Make everyone stand up and choose their sides and, that type of deal or whatever. Put the pressure on everyone else. Take it off yourself as HOH. Let everyone else do it. Then everyone will be happy. You won't have any blood on your hands. Whatever the decision people make, you'll know you're with those people, that type of shit.
Yeah, totally.
But the thing is, Jen, I think, would rather be a part of us than be a part of them. She doesn't feel like she is
Her
being
and Danielle,
offered that.
I mean, they're not
think
going
her-
to get back to stage 1. I mean, they hated each other. How can
And
how
I'll
can
be
you
sure
trust
to
when
tell
you
her
hate
that every
the
single
first
day.
you can
5
put-
weeks of the game?
But look at Dick and Danielle. You can put personal shit aside. and
Yeah,
you
they
can
might
move
be
forward
like,
to a
look, we're both
strategic
targets.
goal.
Let's fucking seriously fuck shit up. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? They're
Yeah,
both
Danielle
so-
and Janelle called like a 2-week truce towards the end of the game last year when they had nominated each other in consecutive weeks, back and forth, just because they were like, well, why are we going after each other? We're strong. If we don't go after each other, we're better than everyone else who's going to go after us. It didn't really actually help anything or amount to
Right,
anything,
right.
but it still
It was
shows
still
you give one night
a
with someone
strategy.
15 minutes outside with, Jen in a bedroom with Danielle. Absolutely. That's why I take
Yeah.
every opportunity to remind Jen, of their past circumstances. At every possible, turn I get, I bring that up.
Jen told me if she won HOH, I don't know if she's going to live up to this or not, that she would put up the people who have nominated her. Just because she doesn't want
Who
to
have nominated
Which
her?
would be
have
me and Danielle.
nominated her because
Well, that would-
she
that
doesn't
would be
want
fine,
to
Ruffle.
create new There's
Yeah.
an easy
That
way to
makes
say
sense.
you
Well, we should
nominated
encourage
that
that.
could
Not,
be
not that I
Dustin
want
as
you to be
well.
up, but
Yeah, I would go
Yeah.
up.
yeah, but
No, not necessarily.
Dick put her up to Dick's going.
Dick's going, huh.
So
yeah, but we have 4 votes against 1 then.
yeah.
It would
I
be
mean-
Zach's,
I mean, I
Zach's
guess-
vote against the 4 of our votes. So what does that
I
mean?
mean, you're looking at it from that point, but worst case scenario is that let's say Jess and Danny go up. Danny gets power veto. That means Dust is now up, and then we're losing one.
But Jess never put up Danielle.
Keep in mind-
Jess
No,
never
she
put
said
up
Jen's
Danielle.
putting up people that have nominated her.
Yeah, Dustin
And Danielle.
And Danielle.
and Jess.
Just didn't nominate
Jen.
Jen.
Wait a minute.
Dick
Oh,
and
Jen. I'm thinking Danielle when I
No.
said Jess. I'm sorry, you guys.
Plus,
Yeah.
keep in mind,
Okay.
not that I'm saying that anyone
I'm
should
sorry. Wow.
take comfort in this, but if one of them is HOH, they only have 2 votes, which means that we still decide whoever stays, even if it's 2 of us. We have 3 votes.
And generally said that is as if she would have
Okay,
won
I
this
was
week.
gone.
So I don't know if that will hold true for next
We
week.
have 3 votes, and we have the control. If we can create a scenario where it's a split 1 and 1, say Jen is
Oh, it
HOH,
was
she
ED.
puts up Zach and she puts up Dustin, then they have 1 vote left because 1 would be nominated, 1 would be the HOH. So that would make us a 4-1 vote. So if we can pull a split